Welcome back, ladies and gents. Force here with another StarCraft 2 commentary. I decided to open up with ladies and gents this time. I always say ladies and gentlemen. Why don't we shorten it, huh, and get straight to the action as I ramble on. This is going to be an SC2 series between Roxkiss FRAER and Acer's Nerchio. Yes, it is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg, starting in the upper right-hand spawn location of Tal'Darim Altar. We have got Acer's Nerchio, and let's get some of his recent tournament information. Been doing that a lot lately, and I've been quite enjoying it, so I do plan to continue. Acer Nerchio recently took 3rd place at the Twitch TV European Invitational, also took 1st place at the Scan Invitational number 2, besting Mana 3-0. His opponent down over here in the lower right-hand position, who is going for a Forge Fast Expand, is Roxkiss FRAER. Roxkiss FRAER took 1st place at the January and February Zotac Cup monthly final for 2012. So very recent tournaments here for FRAER. Doing fairly well, I'd have to say. Both these players strong. Should be an exciting series. I am looking forward to it. Probe Scout does move to the lower left first, moving in just far enough to see if there was any creep. Realizing there is not, he will be pulling up, and there we go. Going to be moving now to the upper left-hand spawn location. Second probe moving forward. It looks like he will be going Forge first. Sometimes on this map, because it is so big, you will see a Nexus first. When you're feeling a little bit brave there. But we will be seeing FRAER go for that Forge first and actually move out with that probe to get some additional scouting done. Now, once this probe moves in and sees no creep, he will know immediately that his opponent Nerchio is in the upper right-hand position. So let's see what he decides. There we go, moving in just far enough, sees that there is no creep, pulls back immediately with the probe, and now he knows exactly because there's only one possible location that he could be. And he goes straight for the pylon, spotting no hatchery at the natural, decides to delay it even further. Now, as we can see, Nerchio has gone a pool first. That is very near finished. No extractor yet, but Zerglings will be on the board very shortly here for Nerchio. We'll see if he lets that pylon go through. Yes, he does. Yes, he does indeed. Drone trying to move down to drop that hatchery, but that's not going to happen as he now spots the pylon and says, oh, what the heck? Now I got to deal with this. So 6 lengths coming out. Oh, traps the probe. Surprised that FRAER didn't get away with that. Nerchio quite proud of himself. Why am I surprised? It's quite easy to avoid that. All you need to do is click on a mineral patch and you will literally path through any surrounding units. It's the same way you can pull through a Zealot blocking a wall off. You know, when you see that Protoss wall off and there's one space left for a Zealot, if you take your worker and click on a mineral patch behind the Zealot, he'll just work right through. And I'm surprised that he lost that worker. That is not standard at all. That is not common fare whatsoever. Early game lanes going straight for these rocks. As you can see, we've got more than the standard amount of early lanes. Usually you see about 2 to 4, but with 8 lanes early on, Nerchio will be able to break down these rocks, allowing him to quickly move into the 3rd. I'm just assuming that he's assuming there's a Forge Fast Expand, and now no assumptions necessary as he moves forward with his Overlord and scouts the Forge and the frontal gateway. Now he knows for certain that it is a Forge Fast Expand. Now we will actually be seeing right now FRAER is moving out to scout to see if Nerchio went for a quick 3rd. He's going to notice, okay, so he wanted to check over here. That's not the case. No quick 3rd over here. He's likely to move that probe in and scout this position next. And once he realizes that these rocks have been destroyed, then he is going to know what is coming. He's going to know that Nerchio is planning a 3rd relatively soon. Extractor up and now saturated. No, not enough gas yet for a layer or metabolic boost, so we'll need to just wait a little while longer. Probe Scout in the main is going to be checking out everything. He sees that there's no metabolic boost coming. He sees that there's no layer coming. Now moves on down and scouts the fact that those rocks are getting destroyed. 2 lengths pull off the pack. Going straight for the worker. Don't think he'll catch up. Overlord Scout manages to spot that probe as well. Immediately Nerchio's got to be concerned about a proxy pylons. Checking up here is going to be wise. Also checking over here is going to be pretty wise as well. Those are 2 pretty popular spots. Now back over here for FRAER. What is he doing? FRAER's got that Cybernex core a little bit over half finished. Both those gases are saturated right now. He's working, doesn't have these gases up yet. Look at that Overlord just barely out of range there. Out of sight, out of mind, as they say. Cybernex core again, almost finished. Once that is up, we will see that Warp Gate Research and a Sentry and or Stalker coming out immediately. Should be expected. I'm almost thinking a Sentry, just because he does want that early defense. We'll see, though. Nothing yet. We do have the weapons level 1 upgrade coming through there as well for FRAER. And still, no, he's blocked. That's why. It was a Sentry queued up, but he's supply blocked. That's really unfortunate for FRAER. What the heck, man? That's not normal. Not standard fare whatsoever. Probe Scout hiding over here in the shrubbery. Actually, that is more like, it's not shrubbery hiding. It's giant pine tree. That's not a pine tree. What is that? What's the name for that? Just one of those foliage trees. I don't know. There's a proper name for it. Someone let me know. Circling Scout checking for some pylon action over here as well. Also checking for a probe. Again, we do have that one hiding right over here. Metabolic Boost now almost finished, droning up quite a bit. Also coming out with his Roach Warren, another extractor over here. Nothing at his natural or the third in terms of extractors. And again, it will be these sentries as FRAER does want to be able to get force fields up and defend if there's any early game aggression. Wants to make sure that he's okay against that. 5 gateways coming out, 6 gateways coming out. There's number 6 right over there. 6 gateways coming out. There will be a 7 gate plus level 1 upgrades. It might be a push right then, or we may see him wait for the armor upgrade. But going so gateway heavy, getting no robo or no other tech leads me to believe that he does plan to push either after the weapons or armor upgrade are finished. You can also notice there's no Twilight Council in play either, so he's just planning a straight up gateway heavy unit push very, very soon. Let's see what he decides to do. We got those pylons already prepared. We got one pylon over here. Some more locations wouldn't hurt. Pylon back over here, and then once that push comes, he'll continue to move forward. Now we do got a few sentries being warped in this position. The units back at home are actually still just sitting there. Another forward pylon. Now at this point, we do have the fact that Nerchio is aware that this is coming. He spots the pylon. He knows exactly what's going. We got 12 lings plus 8 roaches coming out. He needs to make sure he can defend himself. A spine crawler wouldn't hurt. How about 2? 2 will do, Nerchio says. Roaches going straight to protect the third right now. Need those speedlings and the additional roaches to join the fun here. This could be a problem. Force field is going to make this a little bit of a headache. The units from back home are pushing forward to join as well, as FRAER is really committing to this push. He's actually wide open there in the main. That is a possible concern for future speedling harass. Spine now finished. We'll be moving up to move into a more defensive position. Now the roaches and speedlings engaging. Queen also coming out. Nice force fields cutting off all these reinforcements down over here. Against the FRAER's free to pick off the units up top, and the force field wall so devastating in these really tight quarters where we have these choke points. Very difficult to deal with. We got cannon coming down as well. Got another pylon over here. Might be seeing even more cannons. That'd be hilarious. A couple more force field gets dropped. Nerchio may have to forfeit this expansion. Manages to push forward after a few units get through the completion of the wall with an additional force field, and it continues to work down this expansion. Ouch. Forced to come down now with his workers. Nerchio taking hefty losses here. Take a look at how far behind he is. Now, if he can kill off these units, he can catch up quite a bit, but he does not quite have the roach numbers to do this yet. He's lost a bunch of workers as well. FRAER continues to push, and Nerchio just leaves the game without a GG. Ouch. This game we saw a 7-gate level 1 weapons upgrade push from FRAER as Nerchio was going Speedling Roche and expanded into his third. FRAER was able to push on that with these 7 warp gates worth of units consistently coming in, and some nice use of force fields in the choke points. You got to see just how strong it is. He was able to take out the expansion and cause Nerchio to just straight up leave the game. He was not too thrilled with the fact that he lost to this very early but potent push from FRAER. Alright guys, that was game number 1 here in the series. We will be moving on to game 2 in just a moment. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. Keep watching and keep owning. Force fields and choke points. Ouch.